All right, welcome to my show today. I'm really excited about today's episode. For people that have been listening, I've been doing something called Fun Fridays, which has included me talking about The Office with my wife, talking about Seinfeld with one of my friends from work. We talked about movies, and now I'm going to do something different, something probably a lot more meaningful and better with your time if you're listening. So I'm joined by um, a new friend of mine, Lindsey, who is the founder and CEO, correct,
hmm
of 321 Coffee. And 321 Coffee is awesome. And so it's a company that is here in Raleigh. It is just something that I think is well known in the community, and my family loves it. Our friends love it. And so I just reached out to Lindsey and just wanted her to come on the show and tell us a little bit. So 321 Coffee, what is it? Maybe
Yeah,
give a
well,
little introduction.
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me and on behalf of 321 Coffee on the show. So, we are a nonprofit coffee shop that employs individuals with disabilities. So, our mission and our goal is to find meaningful ways to incorporate this community into the workforce, let them develop professional skills, and just show off the talents that they have.
That's awesome. So well, I guess just quickly, when did you kind of start this company, and where is it located?
Yeah, so we are currently located at the NC State Farmers Market. We opened last year, so we've been there for a little over a year now. It's been awesome. We've got great customers, a great experience, great coffee, and so that's been a great experience for us. We started as a whole back in 2017. We were actually started on NC State's campus as a student organization. I was a freshman at the time, and I got some friends together and said, I'd love to start something like this. Would you be interested in helping? Everyone said, yes, I'm totally in. It's come a long way since then. Back then, we were just doing catered events around campus and around Raleigh. Everyone was just volunteering with us, but we've made hit a lot of great milestones, made a lot of progress. We're proud to have, we've taken on employees. We've got this regular operation. And it's been so fun to just see our presence grow in the community and see the community rally behind us.
Yeah, it's really inspiring. If you go on the website, what's the website for people to check it out too?
Yeah, 321coffee.com.
Yes, and we'll probably mention that again. But I was really inspired by the stories of them, employees, staff, customers, just the idea of what you're trying to do for the community. It's specific with the hiring of individuals with, with different skill sets, different needs, and to be a freshman in college and just kind of have this idea. Where did that come from? Kind of what's the origin story,
Yeah,
for you and 321?
absolutely. So I grew up very involved in this community. When I was in third grade, I switched schools. I didn't know anyone in my new class. And the first girls that I became friends with were three girls that all had a different type of disability. And pretty cool, like full circle, all three of those girls now work at 321 Coffee. So that's just
Wow.
special. But yeah,
Wow.
so ever since becoming friends with them, we grew up literally just as your average friends. In third grade, it was playing together at recess. Now it's taking a spontaneous day trip to the beach. And so I just saw, the joy that they brought me, the way that they were able to impact my life, how just great of people they are, but the struggles that they face when it comes to employment. I mean, when we were first starting 321 Coffee, everyone was volunteering. The baristas were volunteering, the managers were volunteering. We were just trying to get work opportunities. And I was always surprised when we had baristas who would come to volunteer with us when they had a paying job at, say, Food Lion. And one time I asked, like, why are you volunteering with us when you could be working and getting paid somewhere else? And they said, I love my job at Food Lion. I've been there for 3 years, but all I do is clean bathrooms. And it was just this moment of like shock where you see these people, you see what they're able to contribute, you see the value that they have in society and in the workforce, but they don't always have an opportunity. And so that was really what inspired me to want to start something like this.
So 3 people, your friends from 3rd grade.
Yes.
Now you start a company with them.
Yeah.
Man, that's
dream team.
that's pretty awesome. I remember you listening. You have I referenced it before we started recording, but just the TED Talk that you gave a few years ago. I remember you kind of talking about that too. What has the experience been like for you to watch it grow from where it started on NC State, being a freshman, to today?
It is so amazing, and it's just been such an amazing experience for me. I know when I first started this, I personally had my ambitions set on med school. I was studying biomedical engineering. This was just going to be sort of a fun side project. Totally fell in love with the mission. I fell in love with the impact that we were making. I was so proud of the steps that when you're working in this space, like within entrepreneurship, everything that you're doing from day to day, you're really seeing that outcome. You're seeing we just opened our first location. You're seeing we were just able to hire employees. It's such a tangible outcome, and I love that. And so I ended up switching majors, switching career paths, and it's amazing for me to just see the impact that we've been able to make on the lives of our employees, but also selfishly on my life.
Sure. I won't say the person's name just because I don't know, but there was a quote that's in your TED Talk of a staff member there who says, Lindsey saw the true potential of people with disabilities like me. Usually people like us don't do anything because we are different, or we're physically is different, our mentality is different, but I love it. My favorite part is that the organization allows the community of people with disabilities like me to have something to do that is like typical people doing. We are blessed to work for 321 Coffee. He starts off by saying he feels lucky to have a disability, being Down syndrome, and then that you see potential in people. And I got really choked up reading that the first time, or I guess hearing that the first time, because that's just what I want. I want somebody to say that about me, and it's
powerful. Yeah.
It's just so special. And I know that I know that you're not like, oh, look at how great I am. And I think people that start something, that have this creative process of I have a dream and I'm gonna do something. It only works if you have people around you that support you. And I don't know, that I can't imagine, that bond is so special with the relationships you have formed. Have you had, I guess, community? What's your experience with kind of other support for 321 Coffee? Not just the people working there and running it, but just the other communities and businesses.
Yeah, the community is everything, and I think that's another thing that is so cool and special about 321 Coffee is that it's the people that are making this happen, and it's the people that are making this special, and that comes from so many different places. It's the other students that I'm working with on the director team. It's students that are really smart, have really high potential, and they are choosing to give so much of their time to growing this nonprofit. That is special. It's the customers that come out on a weekly basis. We hear from them. They say, yeah, I just drove 45 minutes because I was so excited that it was Saturday and that you guys were open, and I wanted to come see you guys. And that is special, and that makes the employees feel special. It makes them feel like they are part of something. It's the other businesses that are supporting us however they can. We've got a commercial interior design company that's going to donate furniture and fixtures to us if we can once we open a storefront. There's companies trying to help us source equipment. It's really nice, just the different ways that people are finding ways to support that they can. I remember one time I got a call from an unknown number and I answered it, and it was this woman, and she said, I just found out what you're doing. I absolutely love it. She says, I am a single mom and I'm an art teacher, so I can't support you financially, but if you ever need a mural painted, I would love to help you with that. And I think it, like, that moment sticks out to me, and it just shows that it is a good mission and people want to help how they can. And I think it's amazing to see the product that has come from when people come together to do something in support of a mission.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. So what, you mentioned, being open. So right now you're not open, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we're all in this, I just, sometimes I can't believe that we're actually still at our home and we haven't gone anywhere in 2 months or whatever it's been. What is the impact of COVID-19 on 321 Coffee right now? I'm going to get a sip of my coffee here.
I love the mug. Yes. So we closed down our operations pretty much right in the beginning when COVID was starting to have a presence in Raleigh. A lot of our employees are in that higher risk population due to weaker immune systems. And so just for everyone's health and safety, we shut things down. We've been doing, like, while we're closed, we've been having a lot of, staff Zoom meetings, which has been really fun to just see everyone's faces. We written thank you notes to nurses. We've done a 3-2-1 Kahoot, which was really fun about, how well everyone knows different things about the other staff members. We've been working on, different exercises that all of our employees can be practicing at home. So, like, making change, learning, reviewing, like, 3 coffee vocabulary, because there's a lot of words when you're a barista that you need to stay sharp with. So we've definitely been finding ways to stay together, stay strong. What sticks out to me is that right when we shut down, it's about halfway through March, so we continued paying salaries for March. We then put a GoFundMe out to help cover salaries for April. And I think it was in, like, the first 24 hours, we hit that goal and then some, which it was just really special to see, like, the community of support that was out there, even when we weren't operational. So that was humbling. We're now excited to be taking steps towards coming back. We're still looking at what modifications need to be made, how to practice social distancing, how to keep both the customers and our employees safe. We're looking at some phased reopenings, but we're excited to be on that track. So we'd love for everyone to come visit us and show some support. Yeah,
that's so cool. I love that. So I got to get this right. So you put out a GoFundMe to support for April, and within 24 hours, it was...
Yeah, we had 100%.
I mean...
It was awesome. It was so nice to just see. And, like, the other thing that was special is that was right in the beginning where, people didn't know what their own situation was going to look like. And it was just so special to see people finding ways to support the community even in this hard time.
Wow. That's good. That gives me some hope. So sometimes I need that. So what are kind of your, you talked about the impact that COVID has had. What are specifically what you're looking at, I guess, goals for future as far as reopening? Yeah, so we're hoping to reopen, like I said, in the next week or so. So at the farmers market, and then we'll just run that and hopefully keep going. Obviously monitor, what the trends are. As for, like, long-term next steps, we've been, before COVID happened, we started a campaign to open a storefront, which was a really exciting goal, like, step for us to take as an organization. We've been making really good progress towards that. We think we've raised now $210,000 towards that goal, like, for initial capital. We've been working with real estate agents and started zeroing in on a property. That whole thing is on pause, as it's unknown how, like, the retail market is going to change. But I'm definitely hopeful that once we get through this, we'll be able to keep moving with the storefront. In the meantime, we've been thinking and talking about other ways that we can expand. We're going to start a 3-2-1 subscription box. We're going to start a cold brew refill, like, growler program.
doing some more sales online. So, you can buy 321 swag, t-shirts, coffee mugs, all that good stuff on our website. So just finding other ways that we can grow, especially in this time of being unknown.
Right. Well, I love that idea. I mean, we have some swag. I showed you my coffee mug, and we have a couple of t-shirts. One of the things, like, if we have family coming to town that's coming from out of town, we'll take them out to the farmers market and talk about Coffee 321.
Awesome.
And I just think it's really inspiring. So I thank you for sharing and taking some time for us. So I do have just a couple more questions if you've got time.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you feel like is kind of like I guess, some of the biggest things that you've learned, through working where you work and starting where you work?
Yeah, I would say the two things that stand out to me, the first is that don't disqualify yourself ever. Like, thinking about me and starting 321 Coffee, I was a freshman in college. I was in the medical world, not even in business. And I personally do not drink coffee. So it's not even like I had that going for me. And,
Really?
I still don't. But if you're really dedicated to something and you're in it because you're passionate about it and you're excited, you can figure it out. And I think that I've been able to demonstrate that. My team has, my employees, it's amazing to see what you're able to do when you're driven and when you're passionate about something. And I think that that's a lesson that can be applied in any aspect of life. And I think it's something that it's very easy for you to get caught up in, can't do that for X, Y, or Z reasons. But, if you can get past that and think of it as in a different angle, I think that there's so much value there.
That's awesome.
And then,
oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the other thing that stands out to me, my mind blanked.
That's all right.
If it comes back to me, I'll let you know.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I think I like doing kind of like a fun question at the end of meeting someone. And especially I think during this time where we're kind of all maybe financially stressed, we're all stuck at home. There's a lot of anxiety, and we have to find like levity. We have to find things that like keep us calm when we're stressed and when we're going through stuff. So humor is a big thing for me. So I like asking people what makes you laugh, or what has made you laugh in the last week. Like it can be anything. So yeah, what makes you laugh, Lindsey?
What never fails to put a smile on my face is the text messages that I receive from my employees. And
okay.
I think that is, I'm very lucky to have that. I don't think just anyone has that. But oh my gosh, the texts I get from them are so fun. Yesterday, we had a big pitch presentation on 321, and I was texting this one girl that I adore. She was one of my friends from 3rd grade. And I was like, Grace, I've got this. She's like, what's up, Lindsey? I was like, I've got this big presentation. I'm nervous. And she said, you're nervous? That is awesome. And it was just like, thank you, Grace. And it's just it's so spontaneous. It's so fun. It's so, innocent, and just the joy of life and living in the moment. And they're able to capture that. And when you can when I get to have a little glimpse into that window, it just makes me very happy.
Man, that's really good.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a great work. Again, 321coffee.com. Also, your coffee comes from a local business as well. If you want to just kind of give a word for your coffee.
Yeah. So we get our coffee beans from Oak City Roasters. They're an amazing company. Our whole first year, they donated beans to us completely free of charge, which was really significant. It's just people they're doing a good thing. They are very knowledgeable. They've got really high quality coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Can't vouch for it myself because I don't drink it, but trust me, people like it.
It's good. Yeah,
it's good. We've got our own blend. It's called the Special Countdown. But yeah, I think anything that you get from Oak City Roasters, you'll be happy with.
Absolutely. Yeah, we just got our order in yesterday.
That's awesome.
They're doing a deal right now. Anything over $20, they deliver it for free straight to your house. So
nice.
It was really nice. It was just hanging on our front door when I went to get the mail. So
easy.
Very easy. Yeah. So check out the coffee as well. And your blend is called the
Special Countdown.
Special Countdown. Well, it's really cool. I think it's so healing. It's so giving. It's community building. It's just all the things that, I want to support in my life and with my family. So thanks for joining us today. It's been really fun talking to you. I hope you had a good time.
You as well. Thanks again.
Okay. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah, that was fun.